change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. We are close, can you feel it? Something is behind the clouds. We just have to believe it, that we can make the sun come out. Let us lose ourselves in a fairy tale. Who can say what's wrong or right? We're the only ones who can decide. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. 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 I've been losing sleep, what to do? Could somebody come and take me away? I've been in the deep without you, and I got it in my head night and day. But we are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand in mine. Yeah, we are one step closer. Can you feel it, baby? It's the end of the line. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, moving on the world. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, stay strong for a while. It looks like we. It looks like we. Yeah, it looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, stay strong for a while. It looks like we made it. Wake me from this dream I've been in. I need to get
Hello, planners. Happy New Year, wherever you are in the world. It is now January 1st, 2024, here in Sydney, Australia, where I am from. If you are joining me here live, I thank you. I appreciate you for joining me, and I am so happy you are here with me. Most of you will probably be in your New Year's Eve time zone, so I do appreciate whether you're just popping in, saying hello, or if you are in the replay, make sure you say hello in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. How are you celebrating New Year's Eve and New Year's Day? My family and I, we just kept it quiet. The older son is at a friend's place. So it was my husband, my younger son, and I. No alcohol, just watch the fireworks on television. And we just enjoyed our time together. So thank you so much if you are taking a little bit of your time to spend with me as I plan for the new year, January of 2024. So let's just get going. I want to make sure I have enough time to have a chat along the way. So I have my Hobonichi Cousin planner. I am finally in it. I've been practicing in photocopied versions of the weekly, of the daily, of my Hobonichi original. So I am so happy I get to start in the actual Hobonichi Cousin today. So I'm going to do a quick flip through of the planner to show you where I'm at and what I'm going to be planning today. So if you're here, make sure to chat with me in the chat. So then that way I don't feel alone. I see some of you watching, but of course, I know if you are a little bit busy, that's okay. Just listen to my voice. I may sing a little couple of lines of Old Lang Syne to, welcome in the new year, but let's get going. So this is the Hobonichi Cousin, which is an A5 size. I have the cover, which is the violets, and then the plastic clear cover on cover. We'll do a quick flip through. A lot of these things that I do show you, I already have separate videos in my Hobonichi Planner playlist. So if you haven't seen any of those, make sure you click on that and just watch along. And then that way you can see if there's more information you need. Or, of course, if you want to just ask me, type it in the chat. Chella, hello, how are you? Your layouts make me want to plan on a Hobonichi Cousin. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to be changing my mind throughout the year, maybe even throughout of January, but I do appreciate you. Hello, Jem. Well, I'm excited for you to be here as well. Thank you so much, AJ. I do appreciate you being here. For those of you, you guys are new. It is the first time I've seen your names in the chat. So welcome. And again, thank you for taking a precious moment of your time to spend it here with me. So this is the slip pockets of the cover. And I do have a few different task cards that I created in there. And then I do have a video link on how I made these. These are do-it-yourself task cards, prompt task cards made from laminated sheet and then sticky note flags, and with my trusty label maker allows me to use them as part of my day-to-day planning. So do check out the video in the description. And then again, just some off-cut laminated sheets and some transparent stickers. So I always envy those people who have beautiful slip pockets for their covers. And I thought, well, this was a great way to do it. Now, here is a little vellum paper that I printed on 2024. I got this template from Canva, and I do have the link. It's actually a cover page of a calendar that's lovely Canva user made that you can use. And so I did customize it a little bit so then I could fit it on an A5 size vellum paper, and I manipulated so then the little leaves and florals, I made it a little bit bigger. I don't know if you can see on there. Some of them I did double, and then I made the back ones a little bit more less opaque, or less opaque. So then there's sort of like that layering. So if you are a user of Canva, I think you can use this one on the free version, so you don't have to have the paid version. Play along with it, just there's so many different templates that you can use, and you can customize your own little cover page, so which is brilliant. Jessie, happy and healthy, prosperous 2024. Happy New Year, Jessie. Thank you so much for joining me. I do love seeing all of you in the chat today. And then the next part of the Hobonichi cover, for those of you just joining, I'm just doing a quick flip through. So if you haven't seen any of my Hobonichi videos, this is just a quick flip through so you can see what I'm working on for January 2024. So this is Kina print digital stickers that I printed on my home printer, and then I printed it on sticker paper. So I just did different size. Lola is the name of the character, and again, that's a Canva little 2024 element or template. And then I just used skinny washi tape to create border. Now, this one here, it's a free digital sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co. So for those of you that may not be new to Hobonichi planning, the Coffee Monsters Co. is synonymous with all these cute little stickers and Hobonichi planning, Helen. So I'm new to Hobonichi, so I'm just delving into so many cool stuff, with regards to Hobonichi planning. So you can get this as a free digital sticker. Again, I use my printer, and I also used my Silhouette Cameo cutting machine to cut each of these individual stickers, so then I don't have to do it all myself. So that's just a quick one. This is going to be my well-being tracker, just to see from a bird's eye point of view how I'm going. So it's a 6-month spread here. I started in January. I was just too eager to get into the Hobonichi Planner, and I just attached a separate piece of paper that I photocopied, a December page, and then I just stuck it on the side there. So I'm so glad that I get to start on the Hobonichi Tomo River S paper. So it's fountain friendly paper. All right, so this is December, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the embellishment of the January calendar. So we'll get back into that, but let me just quickly show you the other things that's in the Hobonichi Cousin. The weekly spread, I'll also embellish that today. So hopefully we do have enough time, but do make sure, let me know if you have any questions along the way. And then the other thing that I have on here that I have stuck on is, let me just zoom in a little bit more. So this is my Wheel of Life 2024 goals tracker. So there are 7 key areas of focus according to Zig Ziglar's Wheel of Life methodology. So you should try and do, things in 7 key areas, and in no particular order. They're mental, physical, spiritual, family, finance, career, and social. Now, of course, you can name these headings differently, if you want to, or add an extra heading. I think someone had added fun as part of their key areas of focus. So, but for me, I'm sticking with the 7, and then from time to time change things up. So, the family section I will use for the home. So I need to declutter my flat because it's just, I've got so many junks. I've got boxes and boxes of, empty iPhone cases that I need to throw away, because really, if I haven't used it in the last year, I don't think I'll use it for 2024. Let me know if you're the same and you're hoarding those boxes of iPads, iPhones, Switch, or whatever it is that you have that I need to throw out. And then the other thing that I also added into my Hobonichi Cousin is my habit tracker printable. So I have been doing habit tracking for a while now. I used to do bullet journaling or bujo back in 2016, 2017 when I started, and I've been doing habit tracking, and it's one thing that I need to keep going. And whichever planner I use, whether it's a ring planner, a disc bound, or a bound undated or dated planner, I need to have some sort of habit tracking because it helps keep me accountable. I see my progress. I see where I have dropped the ball that I need to pick it back up. And so that is December, and then for January I have stuck on. So again, this is a printable download that I have. I do have the link in the below at mariannecresp.com, and then I just printed it on parchment paper and then stuck it on with nice pretty washi tapes and floral bouquets. Okay, so I won't do the planning for the daily today, but I might do either shorts or reels. If you follow me on Instagram, I am Mariane Cresp at Instagram. So that's where you'll probably mostly find me doing my daily post, reels, and shorts. And here on YouTube is the plan with me, is my how-to videos and any other long form videos and fun shorts as well. So keep an eye, or if you don't follow me there, make sure you do. I'd love to see you there. Now, let me just take this off. And Chella, I hope I am saying your name right. I am terrible at habit tracking. Your habit tracker is beautiful. How do you stay consistent in your habit tracking? Look, I've been doing it for, what's that, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, coming into my 8 years. And if you looked at my previous bullet journals, Chella, they're empty. It's something that you've got to do again and again. And now I do have quite a few things on here. But it's not that these are the things that I have to try and remember. I use these, things like, brushing my teeth, making the bed. Really, I can do those without even having it on a habit tracker. The reason why I have them on there is it's what's called habit stacking. So it's an implementation intention. So it's one of those, when I wake up, I will do my meditation. After my meditation, I will do my mood log. So you need to anchor. So if you're only starting with one habit that you want to establish or keep going or start into the new year, it's just pick one for the moment and then figure out, when would I like to do this? Morning, afternoon, or evening? I always suggest try and do it when you have the most energy. For me, it's in the morning. So workout, I've been trying to work out consistently, and that's one of the things that, I don't do as often as I should. So then I know now I've got to do it in the morning. When in the morning? Well, after reading, I'm going to do it, because I know if I don't do it after my reading, my 15 minutes worth of reading, I will not do it. Even if I say, oh, I'll try and do it. So try and figure out. I do have a wait list. I want to try and create a simple habit tracker. But with all the things going on, last year, I could say last year now, it's something that is on my to-do list to make sure that I create a simple habit tracker. Like you said, Chella, if you want to stay consistent or keep at it. So hopefully it's something that will come out soon. Hello, Kimiko. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate you being here. Hello, Lauren. I'm so glad you can join me. Happy New Year to you as well. So let's keep going. So habit tracker, that's what I have there. And then very quickly, the other things that's on here is, let me just zoom out a little bit. I think I zoomed in too close. The other things is goes on for the whole full year of daily pages. And then there is a thing here. Now, it's not going to be something that I want to focus on, but I want to keep an eye. I'm going to use this graph paper here to take note of my weight. So I don't want it to be a big focus, but it's a sort of like a milestone that I can track. So it's something specific. It's something that's measurable. So then I can keep an eye on it. So that's just the other page that I do have on there. But let's get going already, because we are already 18 minutes into it. So let me just go and the wheel of life too. Let me just, while I just thought of it, I won't create my goals yet until I have. Now, let me know if this is going to be too loud. It's my handheld cooling fan, because I am getting quite a bit sweaty and I want to make sure that I don't melt in front of your eyes. But before I create my goals for the new year, what I'm doing is Mel Robbins' Make 2024 Your Best Year. So this is a free printable download that she has. I think I've done her sort of like yearly mindset reset, and there's another one from the year before. So I think each year she gives these free printables for you to ask particular questions when you are reviewing the year before, because you shouldn't be she says you shouldn't be creating goals until you know where you've been, because you might be creating goals that are no longer in line with what you want to do for 2024. So if you no longer really like care about your weight, or if you're healthy and you're exercising, but you no longer care about the kilograms or the pounds on that weighing machine, then there's no point having the same goal. So I'm going to be doing she's got different questions to ask on here. So I've started answering them. So let's say, for example, the first one is, what's working in your life right now? So in my Hobonichi original, this is where I journal in the morning. And I think, oh no, I took it out already. But I answered that question, what's working in your life right now? Because of course, if something's working well and it's serving you positive things, then keep doing that. And then, or something is not. So this I'll answer. I think I've done all those. I just got to reflect on the year, the different years, and look at my phone for photos to help, jog the memory. And then once I've done that, make 2024 your best year, then I will create my SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive goals. And they're going to be pretty similar to the monthly goals I've been giving myself for the last few months. So that's that. Lauren says, I'm not productive in the morning at all. Makes it all hard. Then then do it in the afternoon, then doing in the evening. I know for me that 3:30 itis, I don't know if you guys in the US call it the 3:30 itis, but for us here in Australia, 3:30 is sort of like the afternoon tea. Let's say if you're working, in the office, that's when you have a 15-minute break. And that's when you get what we call the 3:30 itis, where your energy depletes and you got to go out and grab a cup of coffee. So for me, I know once our homeschooling finishes, then I'm on the couch. There's no more of there's no more habit tracking then. That's why you'll probably see a lot of my habit tracking, the evening and afternoons don't get filled in. And I'm okay with that, because then I try and catch up the following day. So so pick the time that is your most full of energy and try and get it done as one of the first things, or whether it's in the morning or in the afternoon. All right, so I'm going to go and embellish my January calendar. And so the first thing I'm going to do, now I did put these sticky little note flags. They are from Daiso. And so I think there's Daiso in the US for you guys. So hopefully there is one nearby. So I'm just going to remove some of these things so it's out of my way. The first thing I want to do is I've got some washi tapes. So I'm going to go and embellish the bottom, because I don't think I'm going to write anything at the bottom. So I'm going to do something similar to that one. And because it is quite a thick space, I'm going to do some layering of some washi. So let me know in the comment section or on the replay, or in the chat, sorry, what I'm trying to say is, what planner are you using for 2024? Are you sticking with the same one, tried and tested, a planner that you're using from 2023? Or are you like me and venturing into a whole new planner? So for those of you new here, I said I started bullet journaling back in 2017, and then I think 2019 I did digital bullet journaling. Digital bullet journaling, and then I discovered the ring planners. I was in personal, and then a couple of years ago, Filofax approached me to become a Filofax ambassador. And who would say no? I'm a big fan of Filofax to begin with. And then, but this year I did say, look, I'm going to be using a different planner. So I will stop being an ambassador, but I'm still going to be using their planners because they're just a staple of my planning now. I've got homeschooling, I've got my online studies. All right, so I put a celebrate. So this one is part of a pack of 10. Here in Australia, we have Kmart. So for $5 Australian, I get 10 washi tapes, and that's quite a good hearty amount of washi. So I'm just going to put that there. I'm also going to cover the top bit here. So this one is a confetti one from Filofax. Let me see if that will fit in. I think I may have to maybe trim a little bit of the top later on, but that's okay. I'll do that off camera because I want to put some days of the week washi tapes to go with the colorway that I'm going to be putting on. So yeah, it's sticking out a little bit, so I'll just cut that later with some scissors. So for the January hand lettering, I'm going to use these Pilot Friction Colors color markers. So these are got as part of a campaign that I'm going to be doing for them later on in the month. So I thought, well, I've got them already, I might as well use them. And I've picked these 4 colors to go with the Celebrate typography, is that what it's called? And then I'm going to just use the different alternating colors and just use the fine tip of the, what do you call it, the marker. I'm even going to do some little, let me just zoom in so you can see it a little bit, little horizontal lines. So let's see, pink is the next one. So yeah, let me know. AJ says 4 years bullet journal in scribbles that matter, A5 size, bravely attempting the Hobonichi Cousin dish. So you're like me, AJ. We're new to the Hobonichi world, and it's just, oh man, I could rabbit hole. Are you like falling into the rabbit hole of, I've done the on Pinterest, I've gone on to, of course, all the different YouTube videos that's out there, and I could watch them for hours. So it's one of the things I watch when I am having my lunch. So, you know, that way I 2 birds with 1 stone, feeding myself as well as feeding my creative mind with the different Hobonichi videos that I watch. So let me know if there's any January, make sure I'm spelling it correctly. Let me know if there is any favorite accounts that you think I would like as well that you have been looking at, because you know, sharing is caring, and then getting lots of different ideas from each other is really, really important. Like one of my, later you'll see when I do the weekly spread, I got the idea from a YouTuber here, just be with Euodia, and so you know, and it was brilliant. And so I've always, you know, tagged her. I think I'm not sure if I popped her handle in the description, but I will do once we finish. So hang on, let me go. Jesse, unsure, researching the bullet journal versus Hobonichi system. I'm set up in my Filofax A5 and personal compact and slim. So, you know, the great thing with whatever planner we use is we just need to make sure we have a trusted system that we can put all the stuff down in, so then we don't forget, you know, because really the whole point of planning, I mean, there's many different, you know, reasons for planning, but one of the first thing is our brain is actually not made to, you know, remember things. It's for being creative. So it's important that we have a system, whether it's digital, whether it's a bullet journal, whether it is, you know, ring planners, disbound, but it's something that you can go to. You know where exactly where to put your notes, your tasks, your to-dos, your appointments in. And then that way you go, oh, where did I put that again? Or where shall I put that? And then that way you go and reflect, you know, you go back to it. So it doesn't mean that you have to do it, you know, day in, day out, because life happens, right? You know, we're not stuck to our planners all day. So So I just put the this one is the I bought this one. This is the Pilot drawing pen. So this is in the zero point 0.5. So for those of you that are bullet journalers, felt tip pen is such a big thing. I won't erase the pencil marking yet because last time I did that while on camera, the markers hadn't dried properly or the felt tip. So I'm going to let that dry. So I think one of the things I have learned with Hobonichi is because the paper is fountain friendly paper, which means it's smooth. There's a coating so then it doesn't bleed through to the other side of the page. See, so if you're using fountain pen, so what that means is if your pen, whether it's fountain, gel, ballpoint, the ink sits on the paper for a little bit longer than it would on normal copy paper where it seeps through, so then it's important that you do let it dry, 5-10 seconds. I will do later down the track a pen swatch test because I'm new to this as well, so just leave it. Now the only thing is, of course, if you're a lefty and you're writing from left to right, yeah, left to right, it might be a little bit more difficult, because if you drag it, and so just that's one of the things that you be mindful with the Hobonichis, that the ink doesn't dry right away. Now Chella says, I'm using the same planners from last year, Hobonichi A6 original. I found what brings me planner peace and I'm loving it. Yes, I love this. It is just so cute, the original size. Now let me know, Chella, if you have the full year or you have the AVEX. See, I'm learning all the different terminologies. I love it so much. Do get planner envy when I see gorgeous layouts, but I'm trying to be strong and not buy any more planners. Good girl. Now, I'm not the best example because I just went crazy because a new retail store, a stationery, Japanese retail or stationery store opened up near me. So, of course, what happened is there were Hobonichi planners that I'd only seen on Pinterest and on YouTube and on Instagram. And then I actually was able to hold it and flip through it. They had, a sample that you can write on. And I went, okay, maybe one and another and another and another. So I do have a blog. I don't think I have it in the description, but I wrote about having multiple planners, and believe me, I have multiple. Living a little better. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Do let me know if you want to, of course, what your first name is, and then that way we can be a little bit more personal. I'm using both the weekly and daily hemlock and oak planners. Oh, I have to look at that, what that one is. My husband is using the Hobonichi Cousin because he loves all-in-one compactness of it. It is such a good one. Now, I am a homeschooling mum, which means that I do most of my planning here at home. So I'm not traveling in and out of the house. So I can afford plan a number of planner wise, not money wise, to be able to have multiple planners because I have the desk, I can have it here. I've got a homeschooling diary that I can have on the dining table next to our little homeschool area. I have little shelves, little spaces that I can put multiple planners. But you're right, living a little bit better. The Hobonichi Cousin is a one-stop shop for a lot of your planning needs. Lauren says, sticking with my happy planner variety as well as your printables, of course. Yes, Lauren is on Instagram as Jewish Planner Mom, and I always love seeing my planner insert printable being used by other people. I was just made it for myself, originally when I started doing ring bound planners, and I'm just so amazed that other people want to use my planners. Thank you, Jessie. Exactly, I just may need to add a moleskin to the file. Ooh, I've seen those moleskin, they're too nice, aren't they? I'm looking into returning to fountain pens. I bought myself the Pilot Metropolitan. And I think for the Tomo River paper, I like the extra fine. It's because my writing is quite close together. The thicker nibs, and then of course the more ink that comes out of it, it just looks like they're sort of like connecting with each other, and it's looking too like bulky. And I envy all those beautiful planner pages with beautiful penmanship. So I think for me, the extra fine nib is the one that I want to use. Chella, I'm using the full year. It gets chunky, but I personally need to have the full year to look at. And I think that's one of the things, the reason why I actually wanted to go into a dated planner that's in bound is because what I've found, because of course I loved using my planner insert printables because then I can customize it for my needs. But when I was looking back and reflecting at the different months, so when I was doing quarterly review, half yearly reviews, that I had to try and look for where they were. And what I'll do later is probably get a binder to keep, you know, whether it's 6 months worth or a 4 years worth, and then that way I can reflect back on it. So all right, so then that's the bottom, and then I'm going to use this one here. I haven't found it on Amazon or any other online store, but I bought this from an online retail store here in Australia called Washi Gang. And so I do have the link. So if you do find something similar, but I'm sure you can find something on Amazon if that's where you normally buy your stationery, you know, any days of the week, washi tapes or stickers. I may attempt to make my own stickers when I find the time, but really, when will I find that time? Who knows? Now, this one, because the Wednesday and Thursday are quite long words, I'm cutting I know it seems like to be a waste, I'm cutting the washi tape down. So it's just the first 3 letters. And then because this washi tape, there has the white washi around it, I'm just going to cut the excess. Now this is a scissors, push pen like scissors. I have it's in the description where you can get something similar on Amazon. And then so again, if you travel with your planner, so you can pop that. So there's the little scissor bit, and then you can pop that in there, and then it locks, and then that goes nicely into your bag. See, none the wiser. You wouldn't know you had scissors in your bag with this cute little pen-like scissors. So, all right, let me just get this going. So, what do you think your 2023 was like? Well, for me, I could have easily gone and said, wow, what, it was a difficult year. I will acknowledge for me, it was a difficult year mentally. But after starting to reflect back, I have, for me, I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think it has made my relationship with my husband a lot stronger. I think I said to him, I know this is a little bit lovers. I think I fell in love with him more because of the support that he had for me, and how he when I said, because I said I am a homeschooling mum, beginning of the year, I said I can't do it anymore, or at least I need a break. I'd been doing homeschooling for 4 years. My youngest son, who turned 15 on the 30th of December. Woohoo! Happy birthday, my little bubba. Not so little anymore, 15-year-old. He has a nice little mustache. He's on the autism spectrum, and I had to homeschool him 4 years ago, not knowing what I was doing, but we made it. We did it. He's developed really well. He can read and write when he wasn't able to before, and of course, being a teenager and all the stuff that come along with being a teenager and hormones, like it broke me a little. It broke me a little bit. So I could easily go and say, 2023 was yucky, but I have to look at what lessons can I learn from it. I mean, there are going to be, of course, other people who had a hard time, and you can't just go, well, what lessons have you learned from it? Because that's like, saying things to someone whose maybe loved one is no longer here, just going, oh, they're in a better place. But it's like, but I want them to be with me. I want them to be here. So there are things that are difficult, but for me, I have to look at it as something that I need to learn from, that I have grown from, that I know that through the hard times that I'm able to ask for help. So I appreciate, let's say this, I appreciate what 2023 has given. I'd rather not have gone through the mental breakdown, but I think it has made me the more uh, courageous, and that I can do anything, and if I can't, that I can ask for help. So I don't mind that 2023 was a little bit harder, because I just know that, hey, I can get through difficult times and I can bounce back, and my husband and I and my boys, we have each other's back. So I like what 2023 has brought for me. I will not refuse it. I'd rather not go through it, but it's not something I regret. Tuxedo Plans, hello, how are you? You're not using Filofax anymore? I am still using it. So I showed earlier do have clipbooks to put some of my online learning. So this one is Mel Robbins' Make 2024 your best year. Of course, homeschooling, I'm going to be still using that. I use my Filofax for my stickers. So my pocket Filofax for my digital stickers, to store my stickers, my Kina print stickers. Now I can't go past my lovely Filofax Malden. So this is where I keep my 5-year journal, like the monthly journal. The other one I've got in my Norfolk. This is where I have my list of stuff. So I'm going to be using, the Filofax still, excuse me, but for the day-to-day, I'm trying Hobonichi, because I want to make sure that it's important that once we start building habits, and this could be the thing, I can't remember who it was that with regards to habits, Chella, when it comes to creating habits, once you start to becomes automatic, you can do it. Like for me, reading now in the morning is one of the things I look forward to. But what happens if we do it day in, day out? It becomes too automatic that we can become complacent. So maybe we're not doing it as well, or as much or as many times. So one of the ways to ensure that you're on your toes type thing is to change things up, because our brain likes to look for things that will reward us, that dopamine hit. So it looks for, that's why, we always say squirrel, those shiny things, because we like to look for shiny, pretty things to keep our mind active, to reward us, to give us that happy pill, that dopamine hit. So novelty is one of the ways to ensure that you are not falling off the wagon when it comes to any good habits or effective habits that you want to start or create or maintain. So one of the things is, like, I didn't originally plan to have change planners. It was there. It was an opportunity to, maybe this could be, I don't like the new year, new me thing. You should just keep going to make sure you're bettering yourself month in, month out, and not wait for a new year to begin to start. So I love planners. I love stickers. I love washi tapes. Anything new, anything that was like restart the engine, because when things are automatic, you just do it day in, day out. But that's why I do wanted to try something new. So but yeah, thank you so much, Jessie. I'm accepting your hug. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, Al. Happy New Year. Nice to see you. Thank you so much. And a big congratulations to Elle Naturally on the wonderful success her YouTube channel is having. She's, I so if you want hair care, skin care, go to Elle Naturally, and make sure you're supporting her as well. Love it, love it. Oh, flowers hug flowers. Thank you. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that so much. All right, so where were we? So I there we go. I put that little confetti. I cut up these little days of the week washi tape, so then it's just the three. Now, I need to have color. I need to have more color, and stickers. So these ones here are from Square Lime Design. So it's a digital sticker. I think this is from the spring collection. And so now it's cut up this way because I made stickers. Let me see if I can find a couple of her stickers. So stickers. And I think this one is, there's another sticker. Hello, sticker pages. Here, I made a little sticker booklet. So when I printed it on A4 size sticker paper, like there's bits on the sides that I didn't want to waste this sticker back paper. So these are what these are from. So it would have come from the side of the paper. So see how I didn't waste it? Waste not, want not. And so that's why they're in these type, weird looking shape stickers. So I'm just going to put that up there. Today is the 1st of January. Then Tuesday. And guess what's on Wednesday? It's my 49th birthday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? 49. And I'm proud of, I don't think I've ever sort of shied away from saying how old I am, because I like to use it as my badge of honor that, oh my God, I made it to this year. I made another year, through the thick and thin. Like, I mean, I didn't have any, I had a wonderful childhood, mum and dad, beautiful, got a younger brother who's 4 years younger. So, there was no traumatic hardship, but I think my brain has a tendency that, oh, where did the 9 go? My brain has a tendency to sometimes get low. So for me to see another year is wonderful. And that's like, how when you go, I've run a marathon, I've run a half a marathon, I've done this, I've done that. And people are proud of those, For me, it's, I've run, I've lived for 49 years. I'm still here, through it all, through many different challenges and wins and everything. 49 years of, the Australians say, hard yakka. I've been doing it. So I am 49 on Wednesday, and so 2025 will be the big 50. I'm so excited and look forward to that. What is that big eyes for, Elle? What is that? Is that like I'm 49? What? Elle, naturally, yes, big love, big hugs. Jella, happy birthday to me. Woo, party. So look, I won't go and bore you with stickering all these different things on there. So like I said, what I will do is I'm going to add all these sticky flag dates on the actual page. For the moment, for the Hobonichi Cousin, I am going to use my Pilot G2. Now, this is a 0.38, but inside is a 0.5. I do prefer a 0.5. So I just bought myself from Amazon. How many is in these? 12? I can't, 10? So I just bought some more refills. So I've got plenty. I won't run out. So that's a if I run out of after a full year's worth of writing, then that's a lot of writing, right? So I bought the refill. So zero point 0.5 is my preferred nib size. So I just use the barrel of the 0.38, and then so I'll write on there bills, events. There's nothing. School doesn't start until February 1st for us here in Australia, so there's no school stuff. But yes, I'm going to add all the different stuff on there. And on the left hand side, I use it for like things that I need to do for the month but aren't date specific. So it's sort of like a reminder, hey, make sure you do this month. Thank you so much, Chella. Thank you. Thank you, Jessie. Happy 49th birth anniversary. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, so let me have a look. I think that's it. So yeah, normally I would have all these things in what I call my future log. So when I didn't have a dated planner, I had it in my Filofax, so Tuxedo Plans, future log. So let me see. Where did I put my future log? Is it in here? I think I may have moved it around. I can't see my future log. I think I moved it somewhere else. I don't know where I moved it. Let me have a look. Anyway, future log is, so if you don't have a dated planner, and you get events ahead of time and you haven't planned your month yet, a future log is really important. So I'll pop the link for that a little bit later on in the description of the ones I use. And then so that's my calendar. What do you think? So it looks a little bit empty, but this is what it will look like once I fill it in with all the different things. The other things that I do is I also do an online course when it comes to content creation, and that's run, by US Luria from Live Streaming Pro. So the coaching calls are like 3 a.m. in the morning for me, so I'm going to make sure I know those. And then different content creation group that I'm in, when they do have their monthly meetup. So those things that are the things that I will add onto my calendar. Paydays as well, so any other money movement stuff, when money comes in, when money comes out, so that's when I will have that on my calendar. All right, so the next bit, this is the fun bit that I love. Okay, so I finally get to go into the actual Hobonichi week spread for like 6 weeks, I think. When I originally got the Hobonichi Cousin, I photocopied the weekly spread on normal paper. I think this is 120 GSM, and then I just stapled it all together, put a craft paper as cover. So for a long while, this is what I had been planning. So for 6 weeks worth. So it was a great opportunity for me to trial it out, because I think the weekly spread, I've had vertical and horizontal weekly spread layouts, printable download as well, but not I don't think I have it at this width of columns. So, and I looked at different ways, other people were planning in their weekly spread. Hobonichi Cousin, that's a couple of versions. And then I saw, like I said, Just Be With Euodia, where she used the bottom portion of the weekly spread for different lists, because I do my time blocking in my daily spread. In my daily 1-page spread. So I use the time blocking there. So I thought, it'd be just redundant to have two, filling in two at the same time. So then I like the idea of, so this is a running to-do list. So I'll pop the link on how to use a running to-do list, because it's based on the Alistair method. So technically, you write down all the listed things you want to do for the week, and then you allocate what day of the week you want to action it. And then you would look only, if it's a Monday, you'll only look at the Monday stuff. You're not worry about, the rest of the week. So, and then you get to see, well, if there's a lot of to-do stuff already on a Monday, don't assign yourself any more stuff there. Or if on the Thursday, Friday, your energy depletes, or like me, Wednesday somehow my emotions were just like, oh, up and down. I was sad, I was angry, I was frustrated. So I'm not going to put too much stuff on my Wednesday. I'm not going to allocate. So it's a really good opportunity. And it's also a great way not to overwhelm yourself, because if you start to fill up too much already of these, and you just go, I can't do all of those, then you just put only one or two things or three things, or don't put anything on a day that you want to have a day off, So then that way you go, you know what? Saturday and Sunday, I don't want to do anything. So I want to make sure that the beginning of the week, I action all my top priority tasks. So this is what what I'm going to create today is the running to do list. Let me just, sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy with zooming in and out. So, and then at the top, I just put the time specific events. So there probably won't be anything time specific for this next couple of weeks, as I'm still on holidays and my boys are on holidays. My husband goes back to work after my birthday on the 4th, but this is what it will look like today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to embellish the top and bottom with washi tapes as well. So I'm going to do something similar in the January for this one, but I won't do it on camera because you saw me do that. But I will put the celebrate sticker at the bottom. So thank you, Al. Thank you so much. Happy birthday to me. All right, so I'm just going to add this here and line up the celebrate. So for those of you that how do you celebrate New Year's Eve? Now, I probably the beginning of just before lockdown, I think, or 2019. Normally, my mum and dad were our babysitters because they lived in the same building, like apartment block as us. So, I'd get my dad to go and, look after the boys, and my husband and I would go out. And, I'm only 4'11", really 4'10 3/4. I can drink back in my younger days, not now. But I decided, when they couldn't babysit anymore because they moved away, they got the different apartment block that's when they retired, and then we lost our babysitter. They were too far away. I just couldn't call up on them. So the Friday night drinking wasn't happening as often. So then I thought, let's try being dry for a while, And so I probably in the last 3 years, I've drank only 3 or 4 occasions. So I don't miss it anymore. Sometimes, I'll just have a drink for celebration, but the headache that it gives me is just not worth it for me anymore. It's a really, really bad migraine. And so I don't want that for me anymore. Let me just add this and then am I on camera? But yeah, so if you do like a little bit of a sip or more than a sip, let me know what your favorite beverage is. So for me, my go-to drink, originally when I first started drinking, in my mainly in the early 20s was when I started drinking. My drink of choice, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about, maybe we're not allowed to talk about alcohol. I better not, because I don't know what I'm not allowed to talk about. Maybe that's, but anyway, I used to drink, but I don't drink anymore. So let me know if you're going to be celebrating with a nice bevy for Christmas, for New Year's Day. See, I don't know what's not allowed and allowed. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as my reference. So I'm going to use the drawing pen liner, so probably maybe the 0.8. We will see. So I already penciled in where I want these boxes to go. So if you are following along, it is on the 10:30 mark. So let me just zoom in. So if you want to create a, what's it called? running to-do list on the left-hand side. Oh, I'm going to be off camera. I'm going to do this all freehand. Let me see. So it's the 10:30 mark, and then of course just use the line. I'm trying to do it as that's difficult to try and do it all like in one go. All right, so this is going to be my running to-do list. And so the reason why I liked what I saw with Just Be With Euodia is, yeah, it's like it doesn't matter. I mean, you can use a ruler. Again, just be mindful that with a ruler, if you have one that sits flat and then, of course, you're using a gel pen, the ink might sit on the ruler. And so when you slide it away from the line you've just written, it might smudge. So just do be careful with that. So that's the first one. And I liked how she did the little turn corner. So then it looks like it's floating off the page. Now, the other one that I want to add is my workout tracker. So I'm going to just use this because I don't really plan much on, the weekend. So what I was finding when I didn't have these and I was just had my tasks like this, see how there was this blank page there? So what I liked is it utilizes this page really well. And so when you talk about having everything all on the one page, this is a great way for you to keep everything sort of like a bird's eye view. Okay, so then the next one that I have, I think I'm going to keep this all in a one. So I did separate. So this one for Christmas or Christmas Eve, it was just the one. And then I separated it in two, but I didn't have anything to write for next week. So I'm just going to keep it as a one block of notes, and then trying to do this without smudging any of the previous line. So what I'm doing is I'm having my pinky on. So let's say that's the page there. Let me see. So if that's the page, I'm keeping my knuckle of my pinky, so then I don't have this part of my hand on the page where it might cause smudging. Make sure this is all the same. So I used a pencil, so then that way I know that I'm, what do you call this? I am drawing on the same line, because once you make a mistake, it's a little bit harder to try and fix the error. I mean, of course, it's okay to have errors on your page because it's going to happen. Sorry, I'm moving away from the camera. And I can't see this one. And it's okay to have it all wobbly lines. So just see how this bit, all you're doing is like creating like a little curved triangle, and see how that looks really pretty on there. Those turned up corners are my favorite, right? Aren't they just so cute? It's just the tiniest little thing, but it works really, really well. So, okay, now the other thing is, because I am, like I said, hello, Tatiana, Happy New Year. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me live today. I appreciate you so much. All right, so with regards to highlighters, like I said, for the past 6 weeks, I've been using, just normal copy paper. And of course, on copy paper, the page, when you put ink or, highlighters, it seeps through. So with regards to the Tomo River paper, I have to see how, different highlighters and markers go. So these work well. The felt tip pen, what I did is I bought myself, a friend of mine, plans over cold brew. She told me about these Tomo River loose sheet paper. So I can't remember if I've added it into the description, but I'll make sure I do after the live stream. So that way I practice on here to see if certain things, certain markers and pens will smudge. And as you can see, I think I used a ruler. You might not see it. I used a ruler, and of course, when I removed the ruler, no, I used a stencil. When I removed it, it smudged. Let me see if I can make the light. See, can you see how it's smudged? So then, if I wanted to use a highlighter, I need to make sure that I don't place any stencil because it is going to smudge. So that's just a little tip from me to you with regards to highlighters. So, all right, I'm going to show you what this will look like. I won't do it on here because I do see we are on top of the hour already. So it's on here will be the tasks. Let me just maybe do a highlighting. Now, which color should I do? Pink or blue? Pink or blue? Pink or blue? Maybe blue. I'm going to do blue. What color did I do? I did blue there. I might oh, well, no, because this is separate now. So there is no, so I'm going to use the baby blue Pilot Friction Colors markers. And the good thing with this is if you make a mistake, see the rubber tip? You can erase it. Just be mindful though, if you do erase anything on the Tomo River paper, because it is quite thin, it will start making, dents on the page. So just do be careful. All right. My face might be off camera for a tick because I might turn it this way so it's closer to me. I'm going to do, oh no, this is not, sorry, not the color markers, the highlighter. So this is also a friction one, and it's got the chiseled end. So I'm going to highlight Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So then it stands out which day of the week. See how it's the alternating, because then that way you go, oh, well, if Monday is the one that's highlighted, then Tuesday's the next one. So let's see if I can do this one fine swoop, one line. Let's have a look. Where shall we start? Here. I'm holding my breath. So what I do is, if you think you can't draw a straight line with the highlighter, have the tip of the chisel, the point of the chiseled end, line it up with the line of the grid. So if you keep the tip to the top of the line of the grid and then hold it there, then hopefully you can, got a bit wobbly there, you can have a nice straight line. But it doesn't matter if it's not straight, because it's the imperfections that make it beautiful. That's hard on your core. That's hard on your core muscles, trying to hold it in. So maybe if you're going to do it, try and have your hand, is this the ball of your hand, in the middle part of the line you're creating. So don't start it here, because then you'll be lifting it up. So have it here, so then it's sort of like a swivel motion. Does that make sense? Blue. Yes, the blue. I picked it. I picked the blue. Thank you, Chella. All right, so then that's that one, and let's see what else can we do. So because it is the holidays, the boys are still, well, my younger son is still asleep, and my husband. Okay, so this is what happened over the Christmas break. Well, probably 2 weeks prior to the school holidays, my older son was sick. So, and I think he had COVID, because then the younger son got sick, and then I got sick, and then I tested myself, because I thought, well, we're on holidays, we're just going to stay in anyway, we're not going to go out. So then I was sick, tested, C19, and then my husband is now, poor thing, is sick. So we've been sick over the holidays. So we'll go celebrate our our time off when we're all a lot better. So all right. So then now the other thing that I want to highlight is my workout. So for the headings, I'm going to use my zero point 0.5 pilot drawing pen, and let's see, and just do little line. And make sure I'm on the, and I this is sort of like my one of my go-to hand lettering. So make the left hand side of the letter sort of like double the edge, work, and then you can either color that in to make it more bold, or you can leave it as is, or you can do like I did with the my January, you can create little horizontal line. I'll leave it for the moment as is. And then using my blue one again, I'm just going to highlight the date. See? So let's have a look. So I leave? So I'm trying to be still on camera. So you'll say my Prado fines. All right. So, and I'm blocking my cooling fan. Okay. So Monday, and I'm going to leave 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Tuesday. 1, 2, 3. Wednesday. 1, 2, 3. Thursday, 1, 2, 3. Friday, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Saturday, 1, 2, 3. Sunday. All right, I'm not going to write over that because I can see that the highlighter is still quite wet. So I'm not going to highlight because I did try. Let me show you how it would look like if I highlight over. So let's see. So that's wet. See how it, can you see the shine? And then if I use my Pilot G2, Monday, it's not too bad, but see how it didn't write properly, like the ink, there's that little bit of separation in the ink because it's both wet, right? So just wait until it dries, so then that way you don't get that. Now here's a little tip that I Monday, Tuesday. So if you can't wait for your pen to dry, and then let's say Wednesday, let's say you need to close the book, and then of course if you close it, then the other page might get a marking. I saw someone do this. So just use your hand and just stamp it. So then any excess ink, see there? Can you see those tiny little dots? Excess ink will go on your hand instead of the other page. And then because you're stamping it and you're not sliding the ink around, that will help lift up any excess. And then look, see? And then now it won't smudge. So, but just make sure that, of course, that if you do stamp it again to remove any of the excess ink, that you don't have any of the excess ink on your hand, and then you place it on there. So let me know if you think that is such a good little tip. I thought that was a good little tip. I can't remember who it was, but I saw them what they would write, and then they would just stamp it. So I'm going to leave that, but those highlighted area is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the days of the week. Thank you, Al. Yes, hopefully my poor husband. Yeah, it wasn't. We don't get sick often, but man, when we do, it hits us really hard. Okay, so then on here, oh, this is a fun one. Okay, this one I will show you, and because no one's waking up yet in my household, so see this area here. Ruled. I don't know what it is about the ruled pages with the blue lines and then the red margin. I think it's because back when I was in the Philippines from birth to 10 years old, was in the Philippines, and then we moved here to Australia 38, 10 years, yeah, 38, 39 years ago. 39 years ago. So the ruled paper for, school, elementary school, was just something that I really loved. Now, I am going to use this ruler, because check this ruler out. Let's see if I can It's angled. Can you see how it's angled there? So I saw this from Mark Your Pages, and see how on that side it's lifted. Can you see? Let me know if you can see. Oh, it's focusing on my hand. Anyway, so because you can turn this one upside down, so then that way the flat edge of the ruler is not sitting on the page. So then, because what happens when you use a marker or a pen and you have the rule and you rule a line, there will be ink on there, right? And so if this is a flat ruler, what will happen is that ink will transfer onto your page. So then, of course, when you remove it, that's when you get the smudge. You know how you've got the lines and then you see the smudges on it. So if you can get yourself a ruler that has an angled edge like that, or this side here, this is I have it in the description. What did it? I couldn't see it in Amazon. I bought this from an retail store here in Australia. Sunstar is the brand. So if you, or any ruler that has an angled edge, because what you do now is you lay your ruler, so then it's not a flat side isn't sitting on the paper. So then when you, is this the blue one? When you line it, see there is no smudging. Although I do still wipe it. I still wipe the edge. I think it's just force of habit. Let me see if I can't see the line unless I'm really over it. So hopefully you can't see the top of my head on the top camera. But yes, so I like this effect. Again, just idea inspired by Just Be With You Odia. And so I just rule it, and then it makes it, it makes it pop on the page, because then it's not just all plain little white boxes. And then I also did this for my daily pages. So create yourself a little box on your daily page. So if you ever find yourself having maybe too much space in your A5 planner, make yourself some little one of these boxes, or create like a spiral page, or you know how when you rip a page from a spiral book and it has those little rip pages. I'm going to see if I did an example on the previous week, and I will show you. Maybe I don't, but I will show you. So this, now you might go, Marianne, that's just a lot of time just ruling something. But let me tell you, so if you don't meditate, this is a great form of meditation, because you're focused on something. You're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future. And then it allows you to separate yourself from your thoughts. And then let me just have this one. And look at that. It's subtle, but it looks really nice. And I'm just going to get my 0.5 fine liner and put notes, or you can put tasks, or you can put next week, or what she has on there is your meal prep. So then that's note. Now, I will show you what this one's for. This is for my Wheel of Life 7 areas of focus. So like I said, in 7 areas: mental, physical, spiritual, family, career, finance, and social, and something else, family. So these are the habits I want to do on a day-to-day basis. So meditate in the morning, read for 15 minutes each day, work out, connect with loved ones, make sure so if you have working inside or outside of the home, you can have that as your career. For me, it's priority. Family is, for me at the moment, it's cleaning our flat, trying to declutter, and then making sure I'm tracking my expenses. And then here I have put a little bar graph based on how well I did with these habits from the previous week. So there's little 7 grids. You can't see it on the photocopied version, but here there will be 7 little square grids. So meditation the previous week, I meditated 4 days out of 7. So I only highlight up to 4 squares. Read, I did 5 days out of the 7. And then visually, I can see like I didn't clean, like not clean. I'm not having my house a mess, but I didn't do my 10 to 15-minute daily cleaning rather than leaving it all on the weekend to do. I just want to make sure I clean along the way, right? But I didn't do those. I didn't do the 10 to 15 minutes. So I want to do that. So then on the Saturday, because I know what my triggers are. My triggers is if the place is a mess. Remember how they say if your environment is a mess, it's a reflection as well of how your mind is. You know, if you have a cluttered place, then your mind's cluttered. If you have a nice clean area that has, you know, all the everything has a spot that it goes back to, then your mind as well won't be cluttered. So that's why I want to also make sure the cleaning wise, I'm cleaning along the way. So here I could see straight away that I didn't do that. So I need to make that a priority this week that I do my 10-minute cleaning. Put the timer on, pick a little spot in our flat. We only have a small apartment, so it's not as like a big, you know, 2-story house with 4 bedrooms. So it's easy, should be easy to clean, right? But no, I'm not doing it. So then, of course, on the weekend, I'm going, oh, I'm spending all day cleaning my place. Well, maybe if you cleaned along the way, then you wouldn't have the whole day spending cleaning. So, and that's how I use this. And then this week is sort of my little tracker of, see, I did well cleaning one day again, but that's okay. We were sick. See how there's certain things. So when you have a tracker, a habit tracker, and you feel like you're not good at tracking your habits, you need to look at everything else that's happened. So if you know you traveled or you had the kids, you know, play or those projects or things like that, or you know, your partner was away and so you now had to pick up or everything or whatever. So if you didn't get to do a certain things, don't beat yourself up and go, I'm not good at habit tracking. It's just that life happened during that week. But then you need to make sure that if you're complaining about it and then week in, week out, month in, month out, it's still the same, well, something's got to change, right? So then that's when you go, come on, enough is enough. So if I'm complaining about something yet not doing anything about it, what they say it's sign of insanity is doing something, the same over and over again, expecting a different outcome, right? So we have an opportunity for ourselves. Only you can change it to go and look at what you're putting your time towards. So what matters to you? Hey, if I can spend 3 hours scrolling through Instagram, through YouTube, I can spend 10 minutes cleaning the place. So that's how I'm going to use that little space here. So I'll fill that in a bit later because I need to look over the grid to do straight lines. And then up here, I'm going to put the days of the week. So I'm going to keep something the similar. So Monday, and a washi tape, and then these stickers again. And because really there's nothing happening this week, there is, apart from my birthday. Whoa, that's the most important thing, right? So my birthday, I'm going to just keep that as very similar. There's no timed things at all. All right, so let me just quickly, while we're talking, so let me know. I'm actually going to go on Instagram and ask, have that, what's it called? Ask me anything, because I haven't done that for a while. So if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do. I'm at Mariane Cresp, and I'm going to have in my stories, ask me anything. So it doesn't have to be planner related. You know, it can be anything, how I think I went, managing my mental breakdown. Why did I change my mind? So go on, pop on there, because I will put a little box to where you can type in any questions you'd like. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm going to answer them, because if some are too personal, but I think what the great thing is, what I found when I shared how I was mentally when I was feeling low, is there were a lot of other people feeling the same way. And we need to make sure that it is something that we don't hide or that we shy away from or think that it's not, it's a weak thing by, asking for help or feeling a little bit low. It's like life is full of ups and downs, right? It's never, when we're happy, there's things that's going to make us mad, sad, or frustrated. And then when we're sad or low, you know, there's there's always blue sky, right? That's when I thought, oh yeah, how when there are cloudy days, when there are cloudy days, there's a blue sky behind there, right? The clouds will pass. Sometimes it may feel like it won't pass, but it's really important that, um, if you don't have a support system that you can turn to, find a community, find the tribe that will lift you up, that will make you feel happy, that don't you shouldn't forget your worries, because if we bury it, I've buried my worries before, it's going to surface again. So but sometimes you just need to give yourself some space and grace. And that's what I have found, planning is not just a productivity tool for me, it's become a form of my self-care. So while I'm doing these embellishing of my pages, I mean, of course, probably mine's a little bit different because I'm chatting along to you. But if you're doing that with a nice cup of tea, a nice favorite beverage, and you're cutting your washi, you're putting your stickers, you're writing down your task and to-dos, it's just a way for you to separate yourself from your mind. So mindfulness, like I always said, mindfulness, but it wasn't right. It was only recently that mindfulness allows you to be present, right? You're not thinking about the past and worrying about what could have been, shoulda, woulda, coulda, and then you're not also worrying about the future. What if I fail? What if this doesn't happen? So mindfulness is actually being present in the moment. So if you find that you do love planning, use it. Don't think of it as a chore. Use it as a form of me time. See how calming, cut. You might think, oh, well, for those not in the know, I do get not a few, just one or two comments. It's like, isn't that too much of a waste? Why can't you just do that digitally? Use an app. It has been such a great way for me to find myself a little bit of time to do something I enjoy. Now, if planning is not, if you find, you're not really into, stationery or embellishing, knit, read, go for a walk, go for a, a hike, whatever it is that bring you joy, do that. Okay. So there we go. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, everybody. Let's have a nice calming. Right, so celebrate good times. Come on. Okay, so that's that's my thing. Uh what's this? I have just realized that you're in a different year than I am. I am from the future Mariane of 2024. Yes, you guys are still all in 2023. Come on, catch up, come join me. Say, Mary, it's 2024 and we're in 2023. Only if I know the lotto numbers. There was like this time of the year, this big like lotto, millions of dollars, and I was like, we didn't win again. That's probably because we don't buy the tickets. You got, if we buy like $5 worth. I think that's like 5 lines, 5 numbers, or whatever. But I could spend lots of money doing lotto tickets. But yeah, ooh, into the future. All right, so let's have a look. So January, celebrate. I might have to add some red because I thought that that was more pinkish than red, but that's okay. Maybe what I might do is I might get myself a red marker because it needs to balance. And then all you do is pop yourself some dots. Dot, 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 all around. Just if you ever feel like, oh, the colors aren't going together, just put yourself some dots, like little, what do you call it? Confetti. Dot, dot, dot. So I'll probably add some yellow or some gold. And then once I've added all my different events to the calendar, and I'll show you in a sec, I'll pop it closer to the. I love dots. Dots are fantastic. Fantastic, fantastic. Dot, dot, dot. So I'll put dot, dot, dots. So that will just balance the red of the celebrate. So see how, like, if you ever feel like, oh, my page is looking a little bit flat, do some dots. Dot, dot, dot. Let's see. Let's see what a blue one will look like. Again, the dotting. Oh, see, look. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look. It's smudged. Let's have a look how this works. Gone. Magic. Gone. What smudge? There's no smudge. See? Pilot friction color markers. So this one is only single-sided, but it removes it from friction. Technically, it doesn't erase it. It's still on there. It just, the technology just makes it disappear. So make sure if you are using friction pens, markers, or anything, that it's not on a legal document, because then it'll get erased. So also, if it's for anything that financial stuff that you need to keep for, the 7-10 years, don't use. But for your embellishing, it's fine. And if you're keeping your planner or whatever journal you have in a place that is not hot. So if you put your planner on the dashboard of your car and it's heated, it may disappear, but that's okay. Just pop it in the fridge, cool it down, and it'll come back. It will come back. Chella, I use planning as self-care as well. Even planning along with you is peaceful and calming to me. Well, it has been lovely having you guys here with me. I didn't think anyone would turn up because, people would be celebrating. But I'm 49. I don't do the clubbing anymore. I pop on a karaoke on YouTube on my computer. I'll sing away or I'll dance with the kids, pop on some music. So I don't go. So I just, if you, they asked me what I wanted for my birthday, I said, all of you to leave the house. Leave mom with her planners and she'll be happy. Have my maybe some cheeses, some olives, and I'll be happy. I think that's what I normally ask for Mother's Day. Take the boys out and leave me alone. But I'll go shopping. But I think I've shopped too much now. So that I'll pop all this with. Look at my desk. When you're having a good time, when your desk is a mess, that's when you have a great time. So, but yeah, I did for this. I know it probably looks like, well, that's unfinished, Marianne. But hey, I mean, I'm shocked. I'm shocked you're here too. Yes. Well, everyone else is sleeping because we stayed up for the midnight fireworks watching it on TV. And because it's for holidays, everyone wakes up around about 9. When normally, when my husband goes to work at 6:30, I'm out of here because I don't want to hear you have you guys hearing the clinking, the clanking. Although I do have the noise reduction on my StreamYard, which is what I use to go live, so you actually don't hear it. Because a lot of you tell me you can't hear the cooling fan. So That's what it sounds like. But some of you said when I turn it on that you don't hear it. So, but yeah, I'm sure. Yes, no, but you know why I'm here, Jesse? Because I tell you, every time I finish a live stream, I feel good. Mondays is one of my favorite days when I go live because it's hanging out with friends, and so I am slowly making my way back into connecting with friends. So I'm not a have a word of the year thing, but if I did have to have a word of the year, it's connect. I want to go out with friends, catch up with friends, face to face for coffee, for lunch, visit friends, visit my family, because life is too short, right? And I don't want it to be a regret that, oh, that I didn't know, or oh, I wish we caught up with more time. So I think that's one of the things that if I do think about it, that puts a lump in my throat, that I need to catch up more with family and friends. And so then I don't ever regret. So look, it's nearly 7 o'clock. So I don't ever regret that, oh, I didn't, I wish I caught up with friends more. So that's why I enjoy being here with you, because it's fun. Who doesn't love stationery? Who doesn't love planning? And if they don't, that's okay. They can enjoy their thing. We can enjoy other things with other friends who don't understand us, who are at 49. You still play with stickers and markers and colorful pens? Yes, because it brings me joy. What does Marie Kondo say? If it doesn't bring you joy, let it go. So with that, I appreciate you. Please, if you haven't liked this video yet, click it now. Yeah, where is it? There. Click if you have gotten value from this video, if you got any tips that you've received. And do you know, my analytics on YouTube tell me that those of you that have watched my video, 72% of you are not subscribed. So make sure you subscribe to Mariane Cresp, and then click that bell, so then you'll get notified when I pop on a Monday or when I upload new videos. But I wish you all a very, very happy new year. For those of you that will go into 2024 very soon, you enjoy it. It is a new week. It is a new day. It is a new year. But keep your same essence, because that's what makes you you. That's what makes you valuable. You are valuable now the way you are. Okay? And I appreciate you. And I'll see you around in the chat, in the comments. Make sure you enjoy yourselves. And I do appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. See you around.